Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to this month's Vanners collaboration. The subject this month is 5 unwritten rules of etiquette for motorhomers and caravanners, and today you find us on our van for our first Vanners collaboration, actually on a van. All the other collaborators, you'll see their logos going past, and all the details are in the description, so please make sure you click on the playlist, subscribe to the other collaborators, and look at all of those in this month's collaboration. So it's 5 unwritten rules. A lot of the rules are actually written. They're down in the Caravan and Motorhome Club handbook, the Camping and Caravanning Club, not to mention all of the individual sites that you stay on. But today we're trying to concentrate on the unwritten rules, and I've put these in no particular order whatsoever. And the adage, leave nothing but memories, probably encapsulates a lot of what all of us collaborators are going to say. Now, my first one is smoke. Barbecue smoke. It's a good idea to make sure that the smoke, if it is going to be excessive, comes back to yourself and not over your neighbours. Here's a good example of somebody doing it right, or perhaps wrong, depends on your point of view. Our second point is about how you park up, positioning, your pitch. There's a number of things encapsulated in this. One of them is habitation doors should not be habitation door to habitation door, unless of course you're all mates and you want to be that way. But with a Continental, good example in the last few days, with a Continental van, we tend to go in forwards so that our habitation door does not face the habitation door of a UK van. So we went in forwards, not next door pitch, but the one afterwards, then went in forwards, which is the wrong way. So the habitation door was facing us, and that left the one that was going to go in the middle of us with an impossible choice. There was no way. Whichever way they turned, they were going to get privacy, just not giving it any thought whatsoever. And hence that pitch has stayed vacant. Maybe it's not such a bad thing, but we tried to do it right on our end. But I don't know, people don't seem to appreciate it. But it's not just habitation door, but it is all down to privacy and the space you occupy and how you occupy the space. We've all seen those people that take their windbreaks right up to the edge of the pitches to take every last single inch. But when you go abroad, places like Spain, they take that to the next dimension. We were in Costa del Sol in January 2023, and the Germans on the next pitch, and the pitches were quite tight, but the German on the next pitch insisted that we reversed out and back in, and the difference was 3 inches, and there was actually a line which drew across where the pitches met, which was where the water came out, because they were service pitches, and he wouldn't have it. So he and his stroppy wife marched off to the reception to come back and apologise. But it didn't take them long to keep an eagle eye on almost a line drawn in the sand between our pitches. Most uncomfortable few days with that sort of attitude. Although I must admit, had it 30 odd years ago, when I went on a boat trip in Croatia, and I was the first person on the boat, but a big German man still insisted on sitting on my lap because he wanted my space. So it's nothing new, is it? And one last tale about taking up all your pitch. It can be incredibly dangerous, and that's why there are rules in this country about distance between plots. And we went to this place called La Florentil, Torrevieja in Spain. We didn't stay. We lost our money. We went in, we drove around, And everybody, it was like a shanty town, everybody had filled their pitch, whether it be with an old sofa, a pallet case, or something dressed up to look like Gracelands. Yes, I mean Elvis's Gracelands. We couldn't have stayed, not even one night. I would have been terrified the whole place was going up in fire. So, that's the second one for you. How you place your van and where. Next one, you've been invited for a drink round to somebody's van. Etiquette to take your own chairs. Nothing to do with your own comfort. Who carries chairs enough for everybody that you might invite round for a drink? Who carries enough glasses? Well, I think we might do all right. We've got quite a few plastic ones as well if the party got incredibly big, although I have to say it hasn't so far. But chairs, glasses, and depending on how much you drink, a couple of bottles of wine. At least. Noise. That's an obvious one. And yes, it is written. You're not allowed to make noise late at night or excessive noise. But there are some unwritten rules about the type of noise. And sadly, I don't think heavy metal is included in the permissible music you're allowed to play. However, I can still enjoy myself because Alan has got a solution. It's not quite as brutal as it looks. Our fifth and final rule is the waving as you go along. I'm sure everybody's going to have this one. There are some people you pass motorhome to motorhome and they're frantically waving, both driver and passenger. Then there are others that have the hands on the steering wheel that just go. But even so, it's an acknowledgement and you see it. If you've got a dual carriageway, sometimes do you, don't you? Kind of a case of whether they like to see you or not. But we thought we'd put this one at the end because waving. So with that, we'll wave goodbye on this collaboration video. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to watch everybody else's this month's collaboration and look in the description. So we'll see you next month on the next collaboration, and before then on our continued tour. Now we're back on the road. Cheers.